SIN number. Total 21 digits. Tell. No? Yeah? Stand and tell. I can't see you because in front of you there is a color. It may be U or L, like that you say. Okay. Year of incorporation. PTC or PLC. Okay, done. Anyone now? Can anyone, guys? Answer. And not seen yesterday, previous class, I believe. Are you there? Okay. Where did I miss that? That was our first class. Anyone seen? Still, I want a perfection, all the points, a test stitch. Ready? Okay, cool, cool. Up to you. If you are comfortable, you can answer. Yes? Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Okay, next 4 digits. 2 digits state code. 4 digits in private means PTC, PLC. Okay. Very good, very good. Like this we have to answer, my dear. Okay. Small company. Anyone? You got 1 day holiday also. Now onwards, no holidays. We have to until your syllabus is done, unless faculty is not taking the class. Small company. Anyone? Are ऐसा नहीं बैठो यार. You have to answer, please. Yes, please. That's all. One more. Select. Excellent. Okay. Admitted. But one line you can say, a small company which is not a public company. Means basically private company, but you can't take the word directly private company. You can speak it diplomatically, we can speak this language. Anyway, guys, in the previous class, we have started incorporation of a company, right? Step 1 completed is under run. You have to reserve a name with the CRC. And then what are the important documents to be filed with ROC? INC 32, INC 33, INC 34, INC 35, INC, and other important areas, spicy plus futures, INC 9, INC 12 and 2. What is the 2? Director's written consent. And registration fee, INC 22. The registered office with registered office, without registered office. Now continuation. Step 3. Issue of the certificate of incorporation. Friends, remember, once important documents are filed with ROC, if ROC is satisfied, then you will issue the certificate of incorporation. With that, registration is completed. Now company came into force. Now company, generally people say, what were the consequences of the certificate of incorporation? Section 9. What were the consequences of a certificate of incorporation? What will happen? Once you got a certificate of incorporation means, remember, the minimum subscribers will become the members of a company. OPC, we have 1%. Private company, we have 2%. Public company, we have 7%. The minimum subscribers will become the members of a company. Minimum subscribers will become the members of a company. Second, it got a perpetual succession, separate legal entity, separate property, capacity to sue and sue by, like all characteristics of the company are applicable. In case of OPC, as soon as in case of OPC or private company, the moment you got a certificate of incorporation, you can go for commencement of business. In case of a public company, the minimum subscribers, private company 2, public company 7 subscribers are there. Each subscriber, for example, myself is a subscriber, I will sign as a Srinivas Rao. My address, opposite to that, how many shares I am holding? At least one share. At least one share. Minimum subscription required, right? And that money whether paid or not. All the subscribers are there. Say we have the 10 subscribers. All 10 subscribers have to state how many shares they are holding in this company, whether money received from them or not. I have applied for the as a minimum subscriber. I said I will take up 1 lakh shares. Each share 100 rupees. 1 lakh shares into 100, 1 crore rupee I have to pay, whether money paid or not. Like a minimum subscribers, I have to make a declaration that I have paid the money. That money into bank statement, money received, auditor certification. This information has to file with ROC. If ROC is satisfied, then you can go with the commencement of your activity. In case of a public company, remember, public company. Private company, of course, public company also can go, but this declaration has to be filed. Only for public company, this is necessary. For a private company, not necessary. The certificate of commencement of business. Certificate of commencement of business is deleted. There is no provision today. Previously, a private company, after the certificate of incorporation, they have to go for commencement of the business. As a public company, I have to get a minimum subscription. Copy has to file with ROC. If ROC is satisfied, he will issue the CCB. Then only commencement. But as on today, nothing as such. You need not submit any CCB. Only thing is you have to state that we have got the minimum subscription from the minimum subscribers. That copy file with ROC. If ROC is satisfied, you will say that go ahead with your day-to-day activity. Originally CCB got deleted, right? Now let us see these points quickly. After the certificate of incorporation, company shall be issued by ROC will issue the, of course, certificate of incorporation is issued according to INC 11. And once a certificate of incorporation is given, then in that only PAN account is there. SIN number we have to apply. 21 digits SIN number is allotted to the company. And in this case, see here, signatures, the subscribers and witness or witnesses shall fix their digital signature on the MOA AOA. Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association has to be subscribed. Minimum subscribers, let me put this way, In case of a private company, how many minimum subscriber person? In case of a public company, 7 members. They can sign before one witness. If the subscriber is illiterate, so one witness is taking the entries and you have to take his thumb impression. Third point is, if the minimum subscriber is a company, artificial person, can a company promote another company? Can a company act as a subscriber? In that case, on behalf of the company, one authorized person has to sign before one. If the subscriber is LLP, limited liability partnership, we have the DP, designated partners are. In case of a partnership, we have active partner is there. In case of a LLP, DP, designated partners are there. The designated partner has to sign. So minimum subscribers need to sign, and when you sign, in opposite to that, you have to state how many shares you are holding, whether money paid or not. That information has to. In case of an individual, you can sign. In case of illiterate, witness is there. Of course, individual also witness is compulsory. In case of a company, authorized person. In case of the LLP, authorized person, that is the DP, designated partners, can sign. This information they can file with ROC stating that we have received the money. So 7 members in case of a public company, and you can apply for the, of course, according to INC 32, when you apply, DIN will be granted towards at least 3%. I have the directors, minimum directors 1, 2, 3 is there, 1 OPC, 2 private company, 3 public company. I have chosen these 3 persons as a director. They don't have the DIN, no problem. When I apply spicy plus INC 32 apply, along with that application, these 3 people also will get the DIN. That is the free service offered by the, at the time of appointment, person doesn't have the DIN, no issue. Apply according to section 30, INC 32, give the details, who director, those directors who doesn't have the DIN, and they will allot. And as well as DSC, digital signature also can make a application, is permitted. And now guys, incorporation of a special company, this already we know, sir. In case of a OPC, only 1 member, nominee compulsory, and nomination has to be filed according to INC 3. Alteration, INC 4. I think I told this previous. Next one is section 8 company, haven't done. In the due, I will take up this point, time being set aside. And sectorial companies, in pursuing of any of the objectives of the company, requires the registration or approval from the sectoral regulators such as RBI or SEBI. Registration or approval, as the case may be, from such regulator shall be obtained by proposed company. Before pursuing such objectives, a declaration in this behalf has to be submitted at the stage of incorporation of the company. Yours is the State Bank of India. Yours is the HDFC Bank. Yours is the ICICI Bank. You want to diversify from banking activity to non-banking activity, like a insurance. Then other sectorial activities, if you want to perform, you can perform. But only thing is, you have to take a permission from RBI if it is the bank. If it is the insurance, from IRDA, you have to take a permission. But from horizontal, vertical diversifications are there. Horizontal means no permission necessary. You can expand your operations. Vertical diversification means you are moving from existing operation to totally new operation. Then you have to take a permission from RBI also. Of course, insurance, under the Insurance Act, we are getting registered to diversify. Whose number of the customers are there? SBI as well as the ICICI. If they are able to convert existing customers into insurance holders, imagine what could be their market share. And so So already with some customers are with me, I want to convert them into other within. Anyhow, they need some insurance, maybe general insurance, whatever. Then I can go for the general insurance, medical service. Otherwise, the other kind of life insurance policies I can provide. If I do such service, I get permission from the sectorial. Now, guys, this is the exceptions by C plus extension of the name. I think I told you in the earlier session. This is the summary note. Remember in the previous class I told you. Under run, I have applied to the company for the name DRC. Name got registered. From the date of allotment of the name, within the 20 days, I have to use the name. Means I should get a certificate of incorporation. Case company failed to get a certificate of incorporation, extension is allowed for 20 days. Now see here, 20 days from the date of the allotment of the name under section 9, extension up to 40 days from the date of allotment according to section 9. Original 20 days plus extension is 20 days, altogether 40 days. How much fees we have to pay? If I pay the 2000 rupees, the extension would be 20 days were original, 20 days were extended, 20 days per another extended, 20 plus 20 plus 20 altogether 60 days, 2000. I know that I am not in a position to immediately 20 days means right away you pay 3000 rupees, then you can get a original 20 days, extension is 40 days, altogether 60. Remember in the previous sessions I told you these are the latest provisions in the company. Fine. And sections 9 affects the certificate of registration. Section 9, what are the effects of the certificate of registration? I already told you guys. The subscribers to the memorandum will become the first members of the company. And the second one, company shall be regarded as a body corporate, capable of exercising all functions like incorporated company under the law, having a perpetual succession, power to acquire the property, hold property, dispose the property, both movable and immovable, tangible and intangible, to contract to, can be sued and sued by name, sued by on its name. That's why separate legal entity, perpetual succession, separate property, and it can be sued by the characteristics of a company are applicable. These were all the only for interpretation purpose. You can read it. Nice. Now this is commencement of the business. According to section 20A, a company incorporated under the Companies Act 2019 having a share capital shall not commence any business or shall not exercise any borrowing powers. A declaration under INC 20A certified by the CA, CS, CMA in practice and filed by director within the 180 days of the certificate of incorporation of company with the ROC, every subscriber to the memorandum of association has paid the value of the shares agreed to be taken by him on the date of making of the declaration. Means I have paid my amount. There is no outstanding. And the company has to file with ROC verification. Point is, when company got a certificate of incorporation, either with the registered office, without a registered office. This is without a registered office. Without a registered office, when your company is registering, you have to file the corresponding address with ROC. And within the 15 days, you have to file the registered office address. Within the 30 days, verification has to be done. Hope you remember previous class. The spicy plus 32 at the time of incorporation and INC 22 within the 30 days of incorporation. And punishment contravention, if the default was made in complying these provisions, means the registered office was not filed and within the 30 days information was not given, apart from cancellation what ROC can do, On company, 50,000 rupees fine, and for a further officer who is in default, 1,000 rupees on each day of the further default continues, and the amount was restricted to maximum means 100 days. And striking of the name according to section 10A subsection 3, where no declaration has been filed with ROC within the 180 days from the date of incorporation of the company, the registrar has a reasonable cause to believe that company is not carrying on business or operations. He may, without prejudice to the provisions of the above, and initiate an action that a removal of the name from the company from the register of the companies according to section 240. Means within the 180 days, if we fail to file the information with ROC, that we have got the minimum subscription, our company name will be automatically struck off. That's why it's a duty of the company that we have to file that these are the minimum subscribers. We have got the, and the section 11 commencement of the business has been already omitted. I told you there is no section commencement. This is only a outline to understand. Time being here, there is no much debate over the areas, and ordinary now onwards these points will come across, so that this is given to you. Ordinary resolution, which requires a simple majority. Votes fold in place of the votes in favor are more than votes against. Votes favor are more than votes against. Ordinary resolution. How many members are attended the meeting? 20 members are attended the meeting. And out of 20, 10 members are supported, 9 members are opposed. Ordinary resolution, full majority. In our company, 50 members are attended the meeting. 26 members are supported and 24 members are opposed. Ordinary resolution. 1000 members are attended the meeting, and here 501 supported the decision and 499 opposed the decision. No matter, resolution passed. So ordinary resolution requires a simple majority, which means votes in favor are more than votes against. And other one is special resolution. A special resolution requires 3/4 majority of shareholders' consent. Votes in favor are 3 times more than votes against, which means 75% of the members attended at the meeting agreed for the proposal. So because we come across this vocabulary, ordinary resolution has to be passed. Alteration of the registered office within the city, within the town, within the village, it requires only ordinary resolution. Then immediately you should understand that it requires only simple majority. Whereas alteration of the registered office from one state to another state, it requires a special resolution, which means 3/4 of the members agreed for the proposal and attended at a meeting should agree for the proposal. 3/4. Again, one point to remember, repeated, I need not repeat. Whenever company passing a special resolution, explanatory statement is mandatory. Blindly remember this thumb rule and this. A company proposed to pass a special resolution means there is a explanatory statement. What's the meaning of explanatory statement? Explaining reasons for passing of this special resolution. Give a detailed note. That note shall be circulated to the members. After reading the note, they must be in a position to take a decision whether to support or to oppose. A special resolution requires a 3/4 majority. Unanimous resolution means all the members agreed for the proposal. Unanimous resolution required only in case of a board meeting. Board meeting, some decisions requires unanimous resolution. Some decisions requires the special resolution. There is no ordinary resolution. So obviously unanimous means all agree. We'll discuss that at board of directors. This is an explanatory, one example was there. And then we have a conversion of the private company into public company into private company, right? See here. Conversion of the company from one type to another type means private company into public company into private company, OPC into private company or public company, or section 8 company into either private company or public company. Existing OPC cannot be converted into section 8 company, but existing section 8 company may be converted into either private company or public company with prior permission from central government. That is ROC. So here 3 steps to convert one type of a company into another type of a company. After alter the memorandum and articles of association, both the points I am discussing. Alter the memorandum articles of association. It requires a special resolution. A special resolution requires a 3/4 majority of members attended and participated in voting. Remember this line. Attended and participated in the voting. Voting means held up your hand. How many members attended the meeting? 500 members attended the meeting. How many members participated in the voting? Only 100. Where are the remaining 400 people? Busy at the canteen. They are having the food. Food counter is there. They least bother about meeting. They are bothering about their food. How many attended the meeting? 500. How many participated in the voting? 100. In that 100, 3/4 means 75 members are supported. Then pass. Right? And a new certificate of incorporation shall be issued by ROs. Private into public and vice pick up and time. And I think OPC point of view already I told the previous class. Done. All of you? All are there in that class? Even I told? So OPC point already we have done. The incorporation, reservation of the name already we know. Second one, second step. In the reservation of the name valid for 20 days. The approval and alter document we have to file within the 15 days. This application accepted. And these are the important documents we have to file with the ROs. The examination question is asked. What are the important documents to be filed with ROC? Under Spicy Plus, first language you have to take Spicy Plus, and then you have to use all these forms. Form numbers you have to write INC 32, INC 33, INC 34, of course INC 3 is nomination for the OPC. INC 35, this is application under the Justin, ESI, EPF, professional tax registration, opening of the bank account, registration under the shops and establishment. INC 9, declaration submitted by the minimum subscribers of the memorandum, and each of them directors' name stated have paid the money. Section 9, minimum subscription got received. And DIR 12, DIR 3, DIR 2, particulars of the board of director and their written consent, registration fee. INC 22 with the registration, with the registered office, without the registered office, already these points I have done. Issue of the certificate of registration, already we know. So OPC point already since I covered, again I am not touching this point. Now we are going to discuss about conversion of the private company into public company, OPC into private company. Let me put this way first. Let me give an outline over the concept, then we go through the lines. Conversion of the OPC into private company. OPC. Who can start OPC? Natural person, person resident in India, or otherwise. Remember this word, otherwise. Who is the person resident in India? Any person who stayed in India for 120 days. 120 days. And remember, can NRI start OPC? Answer is yes. Do remember, NRI, non-resident Indian, Indian only, na? He doesn't give up his right. But he is not staying continuously in India, but still you want to start OPC. That's why the word otherwise they have added. Either person resident in India or otherwise. Can NRI start? Yes. Can NRI be member of the company? Yes. Can NRI be nominee? Yes. These are exceptional provisions. So when you start the OPC, started the OPC with limited capital, limited infrastructure, you started. After commencing the business, you understood there is a big blow in the market, huge demand for your product. To meet that demand, you need a mass production. You need some huge amount of a capital for expansion of organization. Which is the best capital always? Share capital is the best capital. There are two types of capitals are there. Own capital, borrowed capital. Own capital means share capital. Borrowed capital means loans, advances from the banks and financial institutions are the creditors. If I borrow the loan, interest I have to pay, principal amount I have to repay. It's a commitment. Whereas if I borrow the capital from the public, shall I repay this money? No. Should I pay dividend? No. Should I pay interest on capital? No. Obviously, which is the best capital means share capital. So OPC we want to convert into public company or a private company. What is the criteria? What is the procedural side? Only thing is pass one special resolution, alter your MOA, AOA and change the name as a OPC. In the name what word is there? OPC word is reflecting. Now delete that word OPC, add the word private. Minimum number of members earlier 1, now it is 2. Maximum is restricted to 200. Take those steps. While calculating the 200, we know what is to be included, what is to be excluded and all. And do the needful. Change the name clause, objective clause, capital clause, liability clause, association clause. We change all the provisions, memorandum and articles. Alter the documents. How to alter it? Special resolution. That copy, file with ROC and change the name. Then pay the prescribed fee. Audited statements to submit. And ROC will make a notification that so-and-so OPC converted into private company. So-and-so OPC converted into public company. He can make announcement. From that date onwards, you can function as a public company or a private company. Right? Only thing is alteration required. Now let us see. Conversion of the OPC into private company. First one, alter the MOA, AOA. Alter the AOA and MOA, Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association by passing a resolution under section 122. Here what is the resolution requires? Ordinary resolution is there as well as the special resolution, both. But whereas in this case it requires a special resolution. Broadly they said, if you remember earlier point, Memorandum of Association, Articles of Association, alteration requires only special resolution. So that's why pass a special resolution. Clause wise resolutions will change. Right? Capital clause I want to alter. It requires only ordinary resolution. Thereby, broadly when you speak, if you want to alter the memorandum, articles of association, it requires a special resolution. So under section 122, to give the effect of the conversion, to make the necessary changes in the incidental thereto. Increase the number of the members, directors and capital. OPC, only one shareholder, one director. As a private company, minimum 2 directors, minimum 2 shareholders. See to that this number has to be increased. And OPC may be converted into private or a public company other than the section 8 company after increasing the minimum number of members to 2 or 7 and the directors are 2 or 3 as the case may be, private company or public company, and maintaining the minimum paid up capital as may be prescribed under the law, and such a class of company by complying the provisions under section 18 of the Act for conversion. And then filing copies with ROC, company shall file an application form according to INC 6 or its conversion into private or a public by attaching the following documents: altered MOA, AOA, copy of the resolution, that is the special resolution, list of the proposed members and its directors along with the consent. OPC got only one shareholder and one director. Now the shareholders are increased to minimum 1 or 7, 2 or 7. Directors were increased 2 or 3. Their details we have to give with the proof of identity. With the proof of identity, right? And other one is a list of the creditors who are the already existing business only. OPC is existing business. We have some creditors are already. Their details we have to give, and the latest audited balance sheet and profit and loss account. As on the conversion date, your OPC, what is the financial position? Assets and liability. What is your pay cap, profit or loss? Loss making unit or profit making unit. You are converting into private company or public company. This copy you have to file. If ROC is satisfied, new certificate of incorporation, on being satisfied that all the requirements stated therein have been properly complied, ROC registrar shall approve the form and issue the certificate. So OPC into either private company or public company, this is the procedure. Just go through once. And when you see on the screen also, fatafat, you can write some running notes, and because it will be handy sometime, seriously. And that point will help you. You need not write the whole answer there, you are writing the just clues. At revision time, this point with this working notes or running notes, whatever you are writing, at a glance, it will be handy for you, right? Shall I? Any confusion? Those who are joined today, probably may have some sort of a confusion. Just access the previous notes, videos. Then if you have still difficulty, please ask me. I will read the concept. No issue. Okay. Now guys, conversion of the private company into OPC. Quite opposite. Ever says so far private company. Minimum 2. Minimum directors 2. Maximum shareholders 200. Now you decided to convert this private company into OPC. Now your number has to be reduced to 1. Directors has to be reduced to 1 if you want. Otherwise, maximum 15 directors were allowed. No matter. If you want, you can reduce it. Then alter the MOA, AOA. And yours is the name class we have to alter. Yours is the X Private Company Limited. Now you are converting into OPC. Delete the word private. Add the word OPC. Some changes you have to do. All the needful changes in the MOA, AOA you have to do, and that information file with ROC and pay the prescribed fee. If ROC satisfy, he will communicate to society that so and so private company converted into OPC. Very rare case, and it won't happen. According to my knowledge, so far I haven't come across any private company converted into OPC. Not necessary. OPC operations are limited. Private company operations are little wider when comparatively OPC. Only theoretical side. If you want to convert, this is the procedure. Right? Let us see. Alter the MOA, AOA by passing a resolution. Private company may convert into OPC by passing a special resolution at a general meeting. NOC, no objection certificate. No objection certificate from the members and creditors. Before passing the special resolution, company shall obtain NOC from the members and creditors, because existing members have to leave the organization, only one person will left, and existing creditors. A private company converting into OPC means their rights may have some effect also. So they should ask the existing people, give the NOC. What creditors say? Settle our accounts. You can convert whatever you want, isn't it? As a creditor, what I want, my money back. Pay back my money. Later you can convert whatever you feel. And other one is application with ROC. A company shall file application form according to INC 6 from its conversion into OPC by attaching the following documents, namely altered MOA, AOA. The directors of the company shall give the declaration by way of affidavit. What is the meaning of affidavit? Written promise. Affidavit is written promise. Orally people say, na, promise dad, I will pass my examination. Oral. In writing, you give on a paper, dad, I will pass my examination. This is I am writing on a paper, written promise. In any court also, what court say? Always submit your affidavit. Affidavit means you are giving a written promise that I am making this declaration. This information is true and fair. There is no false information, misleading information. I am filing through this petition. Affidavit is the written promise. So affidavit by sworning the confirmation that all the members and creditors of the company have given their consent for conversion. Means they have agreed. And the list of the members and creditors we have to enclose the latest audited balance sheet as well as the P&L account and a copy of the NOC from the secured creditor. Private company, bigger one, having the some assets and land and building, etc. Converting into OPC, my interest may be getting affected. Take a consent from secured creditor. And new certificate of incorporation on being satisfied and complied with the requirements of the stated therein, ROC shall issue the new certificate. Now onwards, yours is a private company converted into OPC. OPC into private company or public company, or private company into OPC. Now what is in simplified, what is the procedure? Call for meeting, general meeting, pass one special resolution, your intention to convert your private company into OPC. And private creditors and members shall give the NOC. And secured creditors has to give NOC. Number of the members has to be reduced to 1. Directors has to be reduced to 1 in case the company wants. And latest audited schedule of the balance sheet as well as the P&L account. And change the memorandum, articles of association, alterations wherever necessary you have to do by passing the special resolution. This copy filed with ROC. If ROC is satisfied, he will notify to society that so and so private company converted into public company. Private company, right sir? Tomorrow I will ask these questions, guys. In case the conditions were not properly complied with, OPC and officer who is in default for contravention of the provisions, such officer of such company punishable with a fine which may extend to rupees 5,000. Further, per day 500 rupees. Delay, the contravention continues. Nothing but a OPC converting into private company into public company. If those conditions were not properly complied with, officer who is in default, OPC as well as officer who is in default is punishable with a fine of rupees 5,000 plus per day 500 rupees fine. The D, as long as the default continue, the fine of the rupees 500 also continues. Right? Keep writing something, my dear, otherwise you will be in a sleepy mode. That's why you have to keep writing. Be busy always. Be busy. But simply you sit na, you will sit and sleep. Next generation should not sleep na, unless until you become something in your life. Unless until you become something in life. Once you qualified professional, aram se 48 hours you sleep. Nobody will stop you. Until that, don't sleep. Okay? Keep writing. I know you are Vivekananda, I can understand. But for my sake, you write. Take the pen, take the paper, take the pencil, at least. Huh? See, some of your friends were writing so nicely. Can't you feel jealous at least by looking at them? The positive jealousy needed here. One person is answering, other person is answering, they were answering, we are not answering means you don't have jealous means you can't grow in your life. And seriously. They were answering, I should answer. As long as you have this type of attitude, you grow in the life. The moment you tell, let them answer, kya hai yaar? You will be right there only, never grow in the life, and they are progressing in their life, and we become clappers for others. Never do such a mistake. And one is writing means at least you should have some jealous, agony, acidity, kadupu manta. Unless that is not the positive, that's why I used the word positive jealousy, not a negative jealousy. Negative leads to the crime. Positive jealousy leads to the healthy environment, healthy competition. Needed, always needed. Okay. Chalo, up to you guys. My point is only to tell. Whether you write or not, beyond this I can't cross my line, For everything I have certain limitations. I have some limitations as a faculty. I can't cross those lines. I told you twice, thrice, over. Now onwards, whether you write or not, I never mind. My job is to teach and walk off, wash my hands. Something good I will tell, follow, excellent, not follow, so too good, super, extraordinary. Now guys, very important. Now onwards, another 2 points also. I think this is already we have done, repeated. Conversion of the private company into OPC. Already the repeated points, these two. Penal provisions over. Conversion of the private into public company. This is very important. Go through the previous conversion of the private company into public company. Not OPC. OPC into private. What is this? So many times repeating this is private into public. This is not above one. Hello. Conversion of the private company into OPC. क्या यार प्रसाद बाबू क्या कर रहे भाई? Same thing is repeating number of times. Oh my God! Seems this is this the last page? Otherwise, probably, I know. Yeah, guys. Now it is the next one. Conversion of the private company into public company. This is a very important question, and repetition is there in your examination, especially for both. TS question paper, pakka one question will be there on this one, conversion process. First listen guys. Ours is a private company. What is the private company? According to section 2, subsection 68. Anyone? Private company, any company which is registered under the Companies Act 2013 or under any previous company law having the minimum prescribed capital and according to AOA which restrict maximum number of members to 200 and which restrict the transferability of the share, which prohibits the issue of the prospectus, and minimum directors were 2. So from this definition, minimum 2, maximum 200 and restricted transferability of the share, prohibited the issue of the prospectus, and minimum directors were 2 and having the minimum paid up capital. Now you decided to convert your private company into public company. What we have to do? Quite opposite only. No? Your number of the members has to be increased to minimum 7. Maximum unlimited. For this we have to alter your MOA, AOA. First point would be always call for annual general meeting. Call for annual general meeting. And pass one special resolution, your intention to convert your private company into public company. At a general meeting, one special resolution you have to pass. And the second one, you have to see that minimum number of the members were increased to 7. And maximum number of the members, the restriction got removed, unrestricted, nothing but unlimited number of members. And there is no restriction on the transferability of the share. Do the alteration in your AOA, and there is no prohibition on issue of the prospectus to public, nothing but a alteration of your capital class as well as articles of association. And minimum number of the directors increased to 3 in case if we have only 2 directors. Already 3 directors were there, well and good. And the minimum paid up capital as may be prescribed. So first one, special resolution at general meeting, needful changes in the MOA, AOA like this. And what is the third one? Alteration of the name class. Alter the name class. What was our name earlier? X Private Company Limited. The word private is there. Now you have to delete the word private. That is going to be X Company Limited. Then again you have to apply to CRC, Central Registration Center, change of the name, because the proposed new name must not be too similar to another existing company. How do I know? For that again under run I have to apply. Reserve unique name. You have to apply under the run to the ROC. And ROC gives a approval, you can use it. Any objections are there, he will reject. Within the 15 days, you have to apply again with the needful modifications and all. So, no objection from, you have to obtain no objection from the secured creditor, NOC, you have to obtain. And finally, and see to that you have paid the proper fees. Yeah guys, this is conversion of the private into public company. Whenever you would like to convert your private company into public company, the procedural side, first one, at general meeting we have to pass a special resolution with explanatory statement. Second one, alter the MOA, AOA, altered documents we have to file with ROC with a special resolution and explanatory statement. And third one, NOC from the creditors, and a list of the members and shareholders, members and creditors has to be filed with ROC. Altered documents we have to file with ROC. And private company converting into public company, name class has to be altered. And again under run you have to make an application, and ROC must make a clarifications on that. Then only name can be used under with CRC, Central Registration Center. And if ROC is satisfied the new name, you will make announcement through public notification that so and so private company converted into public company. Now onwards a public company, you have a certain obligations under the company law, certain compliances you have to comply, those conditions you have to satisfy. So this is about private into public. Sir, can I convert public into private? Answer is yes. Quite opposite. Public into private. Basically mine is a private company. I am converting into public company. I never have listed on the stock exchange. So SEBI guidelines I need not follow. But mine is a public company. Public company decided to convert into private company. That time there are two types of public companies are there: listed public company, unlisted public company. Listed public company, they have to obtain previous permission from SEBI. SEBI guidelines you have to comply. Information must be given to stock exchange. Information must be given to stock exchange because we are going to be delisted. In case if you want you can continue, up to you. If you want to discontinue, you can discontinue from the listing operation, because listing compliances were very huge and stringent. So you want to come out from that stringent rules, so that I am converting my public company into private company. So what are the procedural side? Simple procedure, same quite opposite you have to write. First one is call for public company general meeting, pass a special resolution with explanatory statement. Second, alter the MOA, AOA by passing the special resolution wherever necessary. Third one, list of the creditors members has to be filed with ROC as on the day of the conversion. Secured creditors have to give their NOC especially, because public company property was different, private company operations are going to be different. Secured creditors has to give NOC that we have no issue, the existing public company can be converted into private company, our interest is being safeguarded. They have to give the declaration on no objection certificate from the secured creditor, and then you have to file information stating that what changes you have made. I have made changes like ours is a public company. Now quite opposite. You have to think from this area to this side end. Now public company to private company. So far I have the minimum 7 members, maximum unlimited, and no restriction on the transferability of the share. There is no prohibition on issue of the shares, and directors were 3 and paid up capital as such. Now I am converting into private company. My minimum number of the members can be reduced to, if I want, I can do that. Second one, maximum there was a unlimited earlier. Now it is restricted to 200. Prepare on that in case if you want. Nothing but a number of the members are going to be slowed down. Another one is no restriction earlier. Now we impose the restriction. Earlier no restriction on issue of the prospectus. Now we have the restriction prohibited. Only private placements were allowed under section 42. And already your company, yours is a public company, listed company or unlisted company. Unlisted company straight away you can convert. Listed company you have to give intimation to stock exchange, and SEBI guidelines you have to follow. If already this existing public company gone for public issue, IPO, initial public offer, or further public offer, money is there. Now we have to see how much money was mobilized through the IPO, initial public offer, or further public offer. How much money mobilized through IPO? Example I am taking. Money mobilized through IPO 10,000 crores. After 2 years or 5 years or 10 years, I want to convert our existing public company into private company. Can convert. But how much money mobilized? 10,000 crores. How much money utilized? This is important. How much money utilized out of 10,000 crores? 10,000 crores utilized. No issue. Go ahead. Mobilized 10,000 crores. Utilized only 8,500 crores. Through IPO, I raised the money 10,000 crores. Used only 8,500 crores. There is unutilized amount of 1,500 crores. Now you have to give option to the existing shareholders, exit option. Exit option means pay back my money, I will go off. I don't want to continue as a shareholder in a private company. This is applicable only for unutilized money is there only through IPO or a FPO. Remember, nothing but a already funds mobilized from the public stating that mine is a public company. I am converting into private company. There is some unutilized money. You have to offer exit option. Existing shareholders don't want to continue. For them, give money. How to calculate this value? Average rate of the last 3 years. Preceding 3 years average rate of your script value. Nothing but the share value has to be ascertained, multiply with the number of the shares, pay money back. Market rate. Every year we have some one average rate we are getting. Last 3 years average rate you calculate, multiply with the number of the shares, that money payback, they will go off. Now we can continue if you want as a private company conversion purpose. That's why NOC compulsory. This unutilized money, generally it won't happen, sir. We raise the money only for a purpose. As soon as money rise, within a short span, we spend that money. What if money is there? This is the criteria. Exit option shall be given for them. Otherwise, you can convert as a public company into private company. Name class, you have to alter now. Add the word private. And pay the prescribed fee. If ROC is satisfied, he will inform to society that so public company converted into private company. As on the day of the conversion, audited schedule of the assets and liabilities and P&L account already submitted. Now you can continue as a private company. Private company got a certain privileges. Public company got a certain privileges. But one point I would say, public company can pay only 11% of net profit of that financial year as a managerial remuneration under section 197 of the Companies Act. 11% of net profit of that financial year salary. How much salary directors can get? 11%. That's a maximum, restricted. Whereas the private company, no restriction. Whatever amount you want, you can pay. So there are some advantages as well as disadvantages. As a private company, I have some privileges. Those privileges now onwards that a company can avail. So conversion of the public into private, private into public. So this part here we are concluding, right? Now guys, section 8 company. Let me explain. What is section 8 company? Non-profit company. Section 8 companies are called non-profit company, non-trading company or licensed company. License. Earlier, the license used to be granted by central government. Now that work is delegated to ROC. Remember, that was the change. In our books, sometimes you can see as a central government. Please write as a ROC. In section 8 only, wherever central government is there, write the word ROC. Case if no change is made. Change is already done, well and good. Okay, no? Now listen guys. At a nutshell, first I will give the overview, then we read the contents. Wherever necessary, again I will explain. Only broad view, I am giving the concept first. Ours is a section 8 company. Section 8 company may be private company or public company. Remember, I am incorporating as a section 8 company. It may be either private company or public company. First clarity, even private company can have the non-profit objective. Right? What are the section 8 company objectives? Promotion of the commerce, industry, sports, culture, otherwise the various activities were mentioned. You can perform it. Schedule 7 of the company law, categorization is there, you can follow it. And third point, if I want to incorporate my section 8 company, what is the procedure? Procedure is the common as we discussed earlier. First one, promoter. Who is the promoter? As we know, whose name appears in the prospectus or reflects in the annual returns under section 92. Our board of directors were accustomed to act as per the directions given by a one person other than professional capacity. And other one is any person who is acting as per the directions given by shareholder, director or otherwise. Promoter. He comes out with a business idea, gather the minimum people and see to that this is the objective, we will do it. Others said, go ahead. Then we have to go for registration of the name under run. Same. Same procedure and here also. Under CRC, you have to get register, apply for the name, under CRC, under run, reserve unique name. Yours is a private company, public company, using the word limited is mandatory. As a section 8 company, I don't want to use the word limited. I want an exception. I can make an application to ROC. ROC may exempt the section 8 company from using the word limited. Then how do I know, sir, this is the section 8 company or unlimited liability company? I hope you remember the word limited is not there, unlimited liability company. Shareholders liability is unlimited. Section 8 company also need not use the word limited with permission from central government. Then how do I know is this is unlisted company, unlimited company or section 8 company means if it is the section 8 company, under the company's name within the brackets you have to write the word registered under section 8. It indicates service motive company. That's only charitable purpose, right? So section 8 company need not use the word limited with approval from ROC, because I am taking the word directly ROC. So what is the procedure? Make an application, go to MCA website, make an application, right? That is INC 2, INC 7, INC 2 OPC, INC 7 section 8. Private company, public company, section 8 company, any company, INC 7 only. You have to state, right? Incorporation, E-form, INC 7 you have to upload and you have to fill the particulars. What is the objective of your company and minimum subscribers and minimum directors, memorandum articles of association and all the informations have to be drafted. Pay the prescribed fee like a under spicy 32, 33. You have to submit all 32, 33, 34, INC 9, INC DIR 12, DIR 2, all those documents filed with ROC. If ROC is satisfied, he will inform to society that once one company by name so and so came into force, whose objective is the service. Subject to certain conditions, license is granted to section 8 company. Remember, subject to certain conditions, the registration is completed. What are the conditions? What are the books to be maintained by section 8 company? He will state these are the books our company has to maintain. Receipts and payments account to income and expenditure account to balance sheet to audit, when the audit should happen, when the reports has to be filed, Q1, Q2, Q3, Q4, final report when they have to submit, details of the members and although he will give some conditions. With these are the conditions you have to comply. Books to be maintained, bank account to, objective, spending the money, audit to, returns with ROC, he will specify some conditions. License is granted means only 1 year. Generally, once a company got registered, indefinite period. Section 8 company license is granted for only 1 year. Every year you have to apply for renewal. At the time of renewal, he will verify whether all compliances are being properly satisfied or not. In case, if any compliance is not satisfied, or many compliances were not satisfied, means the books were not maintained properly and stated something on the paper, but back of that one unlawful activities are going on. Generally people say on paper only charity, but back of that many money laundering will be there. Otherwise the FEMA cases will come. People will abuse that back of that, some intentions were different. ROC repeatedly asked the clarification, there was no proper explanation and stated something using that label for different purposes, ROC was unhappy with the information furnished by them, then he can cancel the license given to them. Before you cancel before you revocate the license, reasonable opportunity of being heard. A reasonable opportunity of being heard. We have to give a notice. Yours is a Section 8 company. Myself is ROC. I want to withdraw the license. What I will do? I give notice to you. In the notice, I have to state the reasons for the revocation. And the time is given to you to give your explanation, clarification. I can't make you scapegoat. I have to hear from your side also as ROC. And you gave the clarification, but still ROC was not satisfied, then license given to that company will be taken back, will be revocated, right? Remember, your company, your Section 8 company is a 10 years old company or 50 years old company. We have certain assets and liability. Now your company license being revocated. What about assets and liability? Your company being closed. Your assets and liabilities are there. These assets and liabilities will be transferred to another Section 8 company which is pursuing similar objective. Your objective is a promotion of the sports. Your organization is going to be, license is going to cancel. Then your assets and liabilities will be transferred to another Section 8 company which is pursuing the sports. They will transfer. Right? But remember, even in the event of winding up of a company, members of the company will not get any dividend. No dividend to members of a company. When the dividend will be paid? When profits are there. When profits will come? When you do the commercial activity. But objective of the business is the non-trading. That's why remember, Section 8 company cannot declare dividend to members of a company. If they declare the dividend, license given to the company can be revocated. Am I making sense? Can you give an example for Section 8 company? You know pretty well. Okay, keep telling. I am looking for best example. Any guess? Yeah. Section 8 company, any example please? Okay, Baba, keep telling. I said no, I am listening. Yeah, Lions Club, Trust, Anath Ashram. Okay. Seriously? Surprised. I thought he can give some examples. Yesterday match we lost, na? BCCI, Section 8 company. So promotion of sports only, na? I took example also, sports. I thought you people will answer for that. Another one is CII. What is CII? Hey, you are tomorrow's professional, my dear. You don't know CII. Pakka. My God. You won't read newspapers? Then? Which paper? Deccan Chronicle. See. No. Read Economic Times, Financial Express, or a Mint. Read Mint. Best paper. CII, Confederation of Indian Industries. Section 8 company, best example. Confederation of the Indian Industries. Vibrating Gujarat. When Modi was the Chief Minister of the Gujarat, who helped him? CII. How so many industries came to Gujarat? CII. Hyderabad industries came. Who helped? Chandrababu Naidu was the Chief Minister. He took initiative. But who helped him? CII. Chamber of Commerce is there, na? Chamber of Commerce. At CA chapter, Red Hills, you can know, Chamber of FAPSI is there. You know Lakadika Bridge? After bridge, immediately first left, go straight. Rayalaseema Ruchulu people know. But CIA people don't know. When you go, that's the lane. One circle will come. From the circle, you take the right, CA chapter. From the left building, immediately you see 3 floors building, FAPSI building that is. Tomorrow when you become the professional, you have to go there only. Hello. Not to eat something. To participate in different programs. Anyway, CIA, best example. Confederation, other examples also there. I love to give this example. In any state, if they want economic development, the CIA will help the state. And they go to globally, they make the resources available here to educate the investors and attract the investors of the respective state. They won't expect anything from the state, not even thanks. We are happy to be part of the economic development of your respective state. Objective is the promotion of the industry in India. Each state is a part and parcel of the Union of India. If any state government took initiative to have a tie-up with or MOU with the CIA, they will help you out. Just you have to go there and tell about your organization, your state. These are the resources we have. We want to exploit our resources. We need some industry. Seek your cooperation. And the World Economic Forum, these people will display. The recent past also, those they have conducted the World Economic Forum. The people can go, CMs can go, Prime Minister can go. Earlier, PM also used to go. Ministers used to go with a view to tap industries in India. Globally, they will help. So, CI is the best example. Otherwise, you can say BCCI, Rotary Club, Lions Club, all will come under the category. Maybe registration under the different heads. Club under the Clubs Act. And so what example is a trust? Trust under the Trust Act. That's why I was not considering much. That's the only reason I was not responding. So this is about Section 8 company. But the word limited need not be used. Left to company policy. Right? Okay guys, this interpretation tomorrow we'll discuss some points on this one. Tomorrow mostly I am going to start Memorandum of Association. Articles of Association. Very important chapter, trust me. You cannot see a question paper without a question from memorandum and article. Pakka questions will and try to learn it perfectly, my dear.